Hello seekers of magic, and welcome back to my fairy queendom. Today I'm going to show you all of the crystals that I collected over the past few years, and I had so much fun filming that, even though I had originally planned to film another video for you guys. But on that channel here we are going with the flow, so that's what we are doing, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we are at my altar space that I decorated exactly for the purpose, and here you can see my new little fairy friends. And yeah, these are all my crystals. As you can see, I have a lot, but I have been collecting for, I would say, 2 or 3 years, so that is a long time, and I feel like I don't have that many. But yeah, I will guide you through everything, and at the end I will give you my tips on how I display my crystals. Here you can see already 2 of my options that I have, so that will be fun. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, we start at this little guy here, and I don't know how they are called in English. We call them Etagere in German, and I found this golden Etagere for €4 at a flea market, and I really love it. It's really cute, and by the way it is made, I would say it is old, like vintage, antique. I'm not really sure, but nevertheless I really love it. And I store my crystals by color. As you can see, this is like the white corner. I have some selenite and some angel aura quartz. Yeah, I have a brown Shiva Lingam, I think they are called, crystal here as well, but I think it looks cool with the whites. And I will show you the crystals in detail in a second. I have my reds, oranges, yellow crystals here. Of course, we have a citrine hanging out. I have my rose quartz crystals here, and this little guy I also thrifted and I really love it. But again, I will show you everything in detail in a second. And I have my blues and like my blue crystals, my amethyst. I have green and black crystals here as well. So I will show you everything now in detail, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so let me start with my crystal towers, and as you can see, my little fairy friend is already like treasuring her selenite tower. But yeah, I have a lot of these ones I accumulated recently. I think I have 6 or 7 fluorite towers. I bought these in a set and I bought them second hand. So I love buying crystals second hand because that way I don't have to worry if they are collected in a good way or not. And I know there are some people that don't like thrifting crystals second hand, but actually I just cleanse and clear my crystals. I also use Palo Santo, and depending on the crystal I use salt water or normal water to really cleanse them. And also I use moonlight or sunlight depending on the crystal, and by that way I feel like I just resetted the energy and I don't really worry about that anymore. So yeah, I feel like if you are drawn to a crystal and it's second hand, definitely go for it and just cleanse and clear it, and then you can work with your beautiful new crystal friend. But as I said, I have 6 or 7 of these fluorite towers, and fluorite is one of my favorite crystal because, I mean, just look at it. It looks like a star was frozen in time because it's just so beautiful and I don't know, so shiny. And no matter what tower like you buy, they always look different, or like what tower you get, they always look so different. And there are so many color combinations when it comes to fluorite. So definitely fluorite is one of my favorite crystals in the world. And I also love like to work with them when I want to get into a more meditative state, if I want to use them for like, I don't know, more artsy projects, because for me they are really dreamy, They are really fairy-like, and yeah, that's why I love to use them in that way. I also have this one, and see, you know what I mean, right? This is also fluorite, but it's so different. It's much more saturated. It looks like, I don't know, maybe someone froze a moss kind of field in time, and some water was kind of frozen in there as well. I don't know, they just look really, really cute. And this is kind of a wand. I'm a little bit sad it's not a tower because I cannot stand it to its other fluorite friends, but nevertheless, it is really cute. I also have this one, and this is more pinkish and a little bit, I don't know, yellow in a way, or like sand color, I would say. But yeah, this is another of these like fluorite towers that I bought in a set second hand. So let me just place that here. And this is another one. And as you can see, some of the towers were damaged up here, which was a little bit of a bummer. I didn't really think about that, and she didn't pack them properly. So I was a little bit sad, but if this happens, I usually tend to place them in, I have these kind of glass containers where I put plants in, and then I just put these crystals inside. So they still look good even if they are a little bit broken. But it is also really, really cute and shiny. So yeah, I love that one as well. So let's see, where do we go from here? I have some more fluorite towers, so let me show them for you for first. This is, I think, the most recent fluorite tower that I got, and I was standing in front of that for like the longest time because I think it was 20 euros, and I bought it in the crystal shop that I always go to buy because this guy that is running the store, he is a geologist and he really takes care where the crystals come from. So I love that. He also always can tell you what crystal like you are looking at and stuff. So I love that. So if you want to buy crystals in a shop, maybe try to find something like this, like a shop where you have a good feeling, where the person really takes care of where the crystals come from, and can also help you to find a crystal that you need, or maybe you have a crystal you don't know what it is, and I just bring them there and he tells me what it is. So yeah, try to find a shop like this. And also, I don't like to order them online except secondhand because I don't know where they are coming from. I had one experience where I ordered them online when I was just starting out to buy crystals, and I had a really bad experience. So never gonna do that again. So yeah, I like to buy them in person. But I was so drawn to that crystal because it looked like, I don't know, it's like a drop of the sea was melted into ice, and that's what came out of it. I don't know, it's just so beautiful. And yeah, I love this kind of greenish blue color. So that is really, really amazing. I love that one. That's one of my favorites, I would say. And then we have this big bad guy here. This is also fluorite, and this was in the set as well. So I'm really happy that this was not broken. But yeah, this is quite big. Oh, and here we go. The fairy just dropped because she was so amazed by that crystal, by the beauty of it. But yeah, it's pretty big, as you can see. And this, I think, is my biggest crystal tower so far. But yeah, really, really cute. I love the color combination. This is like, the camera is not picking up properly, but it's not really see-through. It's more like greenish. So yeah, really, really cute as well. Look at that, isn't it so cute? I love crystals, they are the best thing in the world. Okay, so next we have this beautiful, I think it's aventurine. I don't know all of the names of the crystals. I'm still studying, and also I cannot always remember, especially if I buy them secondhand. Well, then the person, if they don't know, I do my research, but yeah, I cannot always find out what I bought basically. But yeah, this is the crystal, and this is, as I said, I think aventurine. I love green crystals, like this kind of minty color, or like what we had before, this kind of bluish greenish color. I feel like I'm really drawn to green and these kind of blue colors, and that's what I mean. Like, if you work with crystals, check what kind of color you are drawn to, what shape, because I also feel like if you are drawn to round colors, it has a different meaning than when you are drawn to kind of a spiky shape, or I don't know, you know what I mean. Like, I feel like this can tell a lot about your kind of inner state, or something that wants to go through to you or come through to you like a message. But yeah, another of my beautiful towers. And next we have, next we have this beautiful rainbow crystal, and this was in a subscription box. I feel like this is the very first tower that I ever got, and after that I was so hooked on by these towers, and I really wanted to collect them. So yeah, really love this one. I think it's so unique and special, and my very first tower, so that's really meaningful. And then we have this one again. I think you can see the colors I'm drawn to. Actually, I'm not really drawn to like pink or purple colors or something. I'm really drawn to these colors. I always miss the ocean, like the sea. I always want to be surrounded by sea. So this is something that helps me with that. So yeah, really love the one. I don't know where I got this. Yeah, as I said, I don't always remember where I got these crystals, but yeah, really like this one as well. And then, okay, are you ready? Like, I think my fairy is ready. She's looking really curious right now, if you can tell. But this is my most recent buy, and I think it is just so cute. I mean, look at it. I bought this, and I'm not like really happy where I bought it, but it was just so cute that I said, okay, I didn't buy anything here, so let me just get that kind of as a reminder, or like a memory holder kind of thing. And I bought this at the airport in Ibiza, and I was surprised. I never saw like airports having crystals and stuff. So I saw this crystal tower, and first I didn't really see it, and then when I came into the store a second time, because I had a lot of time to kill while I was in the airport, I saw that one. And I don't know if you can already tell, but like this little part that is really shimmery, like golden shimmery, it looks like a tree to me. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, like that is kind of the coast, that is a tree, that is the ocean, and that is like, I don't know, another part of like the earth. So that was just really meaningful to me. I also love how kind of, I don't know, gray the top is, but we have like a white spike, and again it looks like the ocean with a tree. So I showed that to my friend, and she was like, damn, like that is really beautiful. If I saw this, I would have gotten that. But yeah, feels like that was a message for me, and I really treasure it. I think that is one of my most favorite crystals that I have. So yeah, really love that one. That is really special to me. Alright, and then we have this angel aura quartz. And when I saw this crystal for first, I didn't know what it was. So I was kind of really doing a lot of research, because I really wanted to know what this crystal is. And then I found out that it's angel aura quartz. I think that's the kind of way you say it. no, definitely angel aura quartz. If I'm mistaken, then I will write it like down here as always. But I think it's just so beautiful. It shimmers. It's translucent when you hold it into the light, as you can see right here. And as the name already says, you use these crystals when you want to work with your spirit guides, your angels, whatever you want to call them. I feel like fairies could be really drawn to that one as well, but I love to use them in my meditation, or kind of like little antennas if I want to communicate with my spirit guides, because again, they are actually the perfect stone to work with if you want to work with your spirit guides. But yeah, really love that one, and definitely want to buy more of these. I also have like a little pebble stone, and they look totally different when they are kind of not in this raw state, but I will show you in a second. So yeah, this is that. And then let me see, what else can I show you? Okay, and then let me show you one of my other favorite kind of crystals as well. And this is that selenite wand. And I feel like it's just so beautiful. I love selenite. And I didn't know that selenite is actually kind of made out of sea salt, I think it was. So you should never wash them with water, because if it's salt, you know what's happening. But yeah, they are a little bit more prone to damage. That's what my kind of trustful shop owner, crystal shop owner, told me, like the geologist that I told you. And he said, be careful because they can break easily. That's why, yeah, usually I intended to work with that, but because I'm afraid it will break, I don't use that much in my witchcraft. But I usually use that top here, and I put it on my third eye to kind of, yeah, awaken my intuition, my creativity there, my inner knowing. So yeah, really love that one. And we have another selenite friend here, as you can maybe, or you could already tell that our fairy friend here is holding. This is also a selenite tower. This is the very first selenite tower that I ever owned. And yeah, I love them. They are also, I don't know if you know these kind of selenite lamps, and I really want one of these, but yeah, right now I'm on a budget, so yeah, I'm kind of happy with my little selenite tower here as well. So okay, I know you're really excited, but let's move on. Okay, let's move on. And if you can hear anything in the background, like squeaking or something, that is my chair, because I'm using the oldest chair that I could find, so I could film that video. But let's move on to the other crystals. And I just saw that little guy sitting out here, and this is like another crystal tower. I think this is moss agate, if I'm not mistaken. And I really love that it looks like a tree. If you can maybe tell, it looks like a tree, or if you look up from above, it could look like the forest, like the woods with clouds on top, like a really beautiful foggy kind of autumn day from up in the sky. So I love moss agate. I feel like they are so unique and cute as well. So that is that little guy that wanted to have its moment as well, and I nearly took that from him. But okay, let me see what we have next. So next we have this Citrine, and I think this was in a set that I bought secondhand as well. I think that Amethyst was in that set as well. So I got these really cheap, and that one as well. So I kind of had a huge package full of crystals for, I think it was 38 euros plus, or like with shipping. And I love these. They are so cute. I can never find these in that kind of good condition when I go to flea markets. But come on, focus, camera. So yeah, here we go. I feel like they all want to show their beauty to the camera, and the camera cannot really decide who she wants to have in her frame. But again, this is Citrine. Citrine is really beautiful. I know a lot of people use it for abundance or money, like wealth spells, or to work with when it comes to wealth. And of course, because they are so beautiful, I feel like they look like honey. And to me, honey is also a sign of abundance, because back in the day, honey was really, really expensive. So that's how I like to remember, kind of the purpose for that crystal. And again, if you have another purpose, or like you feel drawn to do another work with that crystal, then by all means please do that, because I feel like nowadays there is so many information in the internet and people forget to check in with their own intuition. So if you feel like that, I don't know, is for health or something like that, then by all means use Citrine to work in health spells. So that is totally fine, and you should always do what you are kind of called to do as a witch. So that is our little Citrine friend right here. Let him rest for a moment. Alright, and then we have my amethyst right here. And actually I wanted to use that in a wand DIY, but I'm so afraid I will mess up, and I want to practice more for first before I use that beautiful amethyst and my beautiful wand that I found on the floor, and that was like the perfect shape to use for a wand. And yeah, that is amethyst. Amethyst is really beautiful to use for third eye, like kind of intuition, for your dreams. I have a huge crystal beside my bed because I just love them for dream work as well, like lucid dreaming and stuff. And another tip you can use crystals as well is to check the color of the chakras and then see what crystal is resonating with these colors. And then by that you can also get a hint how you could work with them, because I feel like crystals really want to connect with you. And by that you can get into the studies to work with your crystals. But again, this is what I kind of connect to my third eye, but also to my throat chakra, because like the upper chakras are this kind of purple bluish color, and that's why I like to work with them in that way. But again, most of the time I use them for lucid dreaming work, and just keep them with me to boost my intuition. I also had a friend, and she gave that to her son when he was really young, so he could speak his voice, because she heard that that would help, and it actually helped. But I just have to say that no matter what I say here, I have to kind of state that there is no scientific evidence that crystals help with your health conditions. So if there is anything, please always make sure that you go to check a doctor as well. So that's something you should always consider as well. But this is our little crystal friend right here. And as I said, I got this little tiny piece of amethyst as well in this kind of second-hand package. And this is maybe a good way to save some money if you check out these kind of I don't know what you have in your country, but I just like to use second-hand shops, and then I check the seller. If they have a good reputation, I will buy from them, and that way I also save some money, because I know they are not that cheap as well. I would guess like 15 euros or so. So really happy that I have that beautiful guy. And I feel like that wants to show next. So this is selenite as well, and I love selenite stones or crystals because they have the most beautiful carvings in them. I feel like because selenite is also not that hard, because it's made out of sea salt, so you can use them for that. But I love them. I also have, and I will show you that later, a kind of selenite plate where the zodiac sign is engraved, so that is really cool. Okay, so next we have this beautiful hematite, and hematite is pretty heavy. I didn't know that this stone is so heavy until I had this beautiful hematite stone, and I love that it looks like metal, like kind of a goldish color. And what I love to do with hematite, I also have a bracelet that I made. I love to use hematite to be grounded again because it is so heavy. It reminds me of a metal, which is an element of the earth. So I love to use that if I don't feel grounded. I love to keep them in a little pouch or my pocket. And I also love to use them whenever I feel shy or something, or like not really outgoing. I just keep that, and it reminds me that also, like when I think about my stone friends, I don't have to be kind of extroverted or like outgoing all the time. And I hope my words come across like I want to tell them to you. But whenever I feel like, oh no, now I should be like talking a lot because what will people think about me, I just remind myself that also stones, they just listen. They are good listeners. They don't talk. So yeah, I just remind myself that it's okay if I don't want to just talk and I just want to be by myself, and that is totally fine as well. So yeah, that is a beautiful stone to remind me that I don't have to mask myself in that world. So yeah, love that hematite guy. So next we have, let me show you that one, and that is a pretty big citrine, and I found that at a flea market, and that was only €4. I think the woman that sold it, she didn't really know about the prices, or I don't really know. I asked her like, are you sure that it's only €4? And she said yeah. So I was like, okay, good for me. But she said that she's like kind of buying them from a reseller so she can sell them in a good, or with a good price. So I was happy with that. And citrine really reminds me of, as I said, honey or like gold. So yeah, again, I love to use that when I do a wealth or abundance spell. I love to keep that in my hand while meditating. It has the perfect shape. So yeah, a beautiful reminder that abundance is always surrounding us. And yeah, really, really happy with that one. And that is my last citrine, I think, that I own in like a bigger size. I have a small one that I will show you soon, but that is, I think, the very first citrine that I ever owned. And again, I bought that at the shop, like the geologist shop that I told you a million times already about. But yeah, that is also a citrine. And I just love that sunny golden color. It reminds me of the sunset and the sand at the beach when like the sun is going down and shining at the sand. So yeah, I really love that. Yeah, I don't know. Citrine is also one of my favorites. I feel like fluorite, citrine are one of the most beautiful crystals out there. And then what should we do next? I think I will just show you like my big crystal clear quartz half that I have, and I have another half back here, but basically they are like two pieces and they fit, and that is just crazy to me to think that that is kind of the outside, and it looks like, I don't want to say boring, but when you crack it open, like that piece, it actually is the beautiful shiny crystal inside. And that is how I see kind of my life, because I feel like when I look at my life it looks like that, but I don't really see the inside, like, you know, the beautiful things that are already here. And yeah, I don't know, that just makes me really melancholic and nostalgic, but a really beautiful crystal, and really, really love it. And that one I got at a flea market as well, and I think it was about €15. So that is pretty big, and it was a really good price. So yeah, really happy with that. And I just love to use these for cleansing other crystals as well. So that is really amazing. Alright, and then let's go to these 4 crystals right here. And this is, I think I already showed that in my altar tour video, but that is a little amethyst pyramid that I got with a subscription box, and they said to put that on your third eye, because again, amethyst I use especially to increase or awaken my intuition more, and that way by putting that on your third eye that can help. So really like that one. I love special shaped crystals. So that is my little amethyst pyramid. Then I have my stones that have sigils on them, or like symbols, and that is, oh my god, like the crystal just fell. That surprised me so bad. I hope it was not too loud. But that is another beautiful stone that has a symbol on it, and I love collecting these because, I don't know, I think they are just the cutest thing ever. And that is a carneol crystal, I think it's called in English, and that is the fire symbol, like the fire element. And I really love to use that to boost my creativity, to just really, connect myself to my inner child, because I feel like my inner child is like really connected to the element fire, like my inner fire. But I just learned, and I kind of learned about a situation where I totally kind of suppressed my creativity. So I love to use it also for inner child work, and to just do a painting where like anything wants to come up. So that is a beautiful crystal to help you with creativity, with confidence, like speaking your truth, speaking your confidence. So yeah, really love that one as well. And we also have that moonstone right here with the moon symbol. And yeah, moonstone is also, I just recently found out how beautiful moonstone is. Sometimes they are really shimmery inside. So yeah, that is really, really cute. Has the moon on it. I love to use that for a full moon or new moon ritual. So yeah, that is really beautiful as well. And that is a crystal clear quartz with a sigil for success. I think that's... Is it that way or... No, I think it's that way. I think it should be like this. I may be mistaken, but I just recently started to study the sigils. But yeah, this is a sigil for success that you could use in a pouch where you kind of do a success spell or something like that. But yeah, I really love that. And crystal clear quartz is really beautiful as well. Like, I don't know, that is just so amazing. Crystals are so amazing to me. And I don't know, it's just my favorite thing in the world. And then we have that little guy. And this is really cute. It's, I think, smoky quartz. And it looks so cute when you hold it into like the light, because it looks pretty dark from afar, but when you hold it against the light it's just see-through. So that reminds me of the saying, like my parents always told me, after every storm there is light, and I feel like that's the physical representation of that. So yeah, really love that smoky quartz crystal as well. Alright, so we have our fairy friend that wants to help, but we will start down here with, again, the blues and purples. And I don't know a lot of these because I just accumulated them over the years and I didn't really study them back then. So I just collected the crystals that I was drawn to without doing the effort to see what they are. And again, I will bring them to my geologist friend to ask what they are. But I have this beautiful one right here. And I also just recently got these. And I think this is aventurine, but not kind of, they didn't do anything to it. So this is kind of the raw state of a crystal. And then I have more of these green crystals right here. This could be fluorite, not really sure, or aventurine as well. But let me see, what else do we have? We have again some raw aventurine right here, and I hope you can see them well. But yeah, again some raw aventurine. And then we have another one of these. I think that this could be aventurine. So yeah, really love that color. It's just so cute. So, and we also have, again, I think this is aventurine just by the look of it. Then we have this one, I don't know, it could be moss agate, but it is really, really beautiful. Has this kind of drop shape. And it reminds me of the crystal tower that is for sure moss agate. So I think this is moss agate as well. We also have, what is that? I think this is moss agate as well. Oh my god, I'm so bad at naming these ones because again, I just have them for the longest time. So this is just me guessing what these beautiful crystals are. But we have this raw crystal that I don't know what it is. I got this with an order, like I was ordering something from Etsy and that came with that package. But I love the bluish color, so I just wanted to keep it with these crystals. I have more of this beautiful blue raw crystal that I don't know what it is. But I just like to keep it with my blue crystals. And then that one, I don't know, but I love it because it has this mossy smaragd color. So really, really love it. It's really cute. I cannot remember where I got this, to be honest. So yeah, that one is really beautiful as well. So let me see, that I think is moss agate as well. It just looks like this other little guy, but again, I love that they all look so different. They are so individual, and I think that's the thing, my most favorite thing about crystals actually, and kind of why I'm drawn to these beautiful little guys. Okay, and next we have, I think this is moss agate as well. Oh my god, why do I have so much moss agate? Maybe that's a sign. But it looks like this cute little pyramid. And I think this came with like an order as well. Because I always order from that store. And she gives me the beautiful, like the most beautiful crystals. So yeah, that is really cute as well. And then, okay, let me put you somewhere else, okay? Because we have to work here, my friend. So let's do it like that. Okay, so next we have my blue crystals, and I know these like look blue as well, but for me greens and blues just really go well hand in hand. And this is a stone that I bought in a bookstore, and it shows the sign for the third eye, or like intuition. So yeah, I just love stones with sigils or symbols because they remind me visually and physically about what I intend to do with them. So that is really amazing. You can place them on your body as well, as at least what it said on the packaging, that I usually don't. I hold them in my hands to really feel them. So yeah, really love that one. So next we have that beautiful friend right here, and this is one of these stones that look like that, and it is a set of 2. So once you crack it open, it looks like that. And I think that came in the set of like the crystals that I showed you before, the Citrine, the Amethyst, and yeah, got that one really, really cheap. And I think this could be agate, I'm not really sure, or like some kind of quartz crystal, but it's really beautiful. And yeah, it just reminds me of the night sky or like the deep ocean with like the waves here. So yeah, I love to keep that on my desk as well, because that etagere that you see right here, I always have it on my desk or at my desk, so I can see the crystals, because they are just my number one reminder for abundance. So yeah, that's why I love to keep that here. And I also have some more blue crystals right here. I don't know what that is, but it is just such a beautiful blue. It looks like the night sky. So really love that one. We have some, I don't know how they are called in English. In German it's called Blaufluss. So I love these because they really look like the Milky Way or like the night sky when you look at it. So these are really beautiful. There is like a brown version of that as well. And then I have that black stone, which could be tourmaline or obsidian, but I'm not really sure. But I just love a good black stone because they are so versatile to use. Okay, next we have that beautiful pearl right here. And it has, I don't know, it's like purple, bluish, but also black. It's a mixture of all. I don't know where I got that. I think it was in one of these kind of surprise packages when you buy crystals to do DIYs with, and I think that's where it came from. So yeah, really love this one. And next we have, this is again one of these black stones that I would guess it's tourmaline, but I'm not 100% sure, so I cannot really tell you what that is. And I'm so sad when I don't know like what a crystal is, because I feel like I'm not really honoring it enough, but yeah, I'm sure I will find out one day or later. So yeah, we have that. And then okay, let's move on with that one because that was in the like green pile and I totally forgot them. But as you can see now the sun comes up, so it's like that little star here is right. Let me show you what I got, humans. But isn't that so beautiful? And that is Labradorite. I feel like, okay, if I have to decide between all of the stones, I feel like Labradorite is really my most favorite one. Because I mean, look at it, it's like so mystical, and it says, I don't like to show to the world, and then boom, it's like, let me show everything I got. I don't know, it's just really beautiful. So we have that one. I also have that friend, and I don't know what it is, but I think it looks really, really cute and cool. So we have that one. And last but not least, from our blue, green and black pile, we have that one. And it's not that heavy, and I feel like it could be tourmaline again, but I'm not really sure, and I will definitely ask the geologist if he can tell me what that is, because I'm so drawn to that kind of stone. Even though I don't know what it is, it feels like not too heavy, not too light, but it's just really beautiful, and it's so smooth. So yeah, I definitely want to know what that is. So I will find out and let you guys know. Okay, and then let's move on with my amethyst. And amethyst is really amazing to me because, as you can see, sometimes they have this golden brown color inside, and I don't know, it's just so interesting to me that they are super purple, sometimes they are black, sometimes they just look like they come straight out from space, from outer space. But I really love amethyst. And then I have another one of these big ones as well that are kind of brownish golden, but also purple and white and black. And again, I use them to, like, I hold them in my hand when I do a meditation. So really love these ones. And then let's move on here, because that one, I don't know what it is, unfortunately, but I can easily find out next time when I go to my geologist, because I bought it there and I just forgot what it is. But yeah, it has that really beautiful purple color and that interesting flat round form. So yeah, that is that friend. And then this is another amethyst that is more on the gray side, like a little bit greenish. And I don't know where I got these, to be honest. Where did I get all this amethyst? I cannot really tell. And then I will just show you these like that, and I have some of them in a little bit of a smaller form, but I just love like how see-through they are. And then this is one of the kind of necklace holders that I showed in my altar tour. I collect these. I have a lot of them, like in different shapes and forms and colors, and I just have a lot of them because I love to change the necklace kind of how, or kind of depending on how I feel. So if I want to feel dreamy and kind of more intuitive, I will wear my amethyst, or if I want to feel creative, I have red ones of these as well. But yeah, just wanted to show you that little friend as well. And now it's getting really bright in here. It was raining all day long. Like, these amethysts want to show off. But yeah, let's see what else we have. So let's move on to the second kind of part of our etagere, and let's start with my crystal bowl. And I think this is moss agate again. But this is one of my most favorite crystals that I own. I think the color combination is just so beautiful. It has these kind of crystally sparkly parts. It is pinkish and greenish and just looks like a little planet kind of. So yeah, I really love that one. I got that secondhand as well. And I don't have a holder for these, so I love to keep that on here so it does not fall off. Okay, and I will not go through all of these, but this is basically all rose quartz. I hope it's not too loud, but yeah, I have a lot of rose quartz, so yeah, really love that beautiful crystal to work on your self-love, or when it comes to love in general. Like, for me, rose quartz is a really gentle crystal, so yeah, really love to use them in these kind of spells. And I have that big one right here. Again, I use that by meditating, or for meditating. I hold it in my hand and just absorb kind of the goodness of that beautiful little girl right here. I don't know, that gives me like girly vibes, that crystal. So yeah, really love that one. Okay, what shall we do next? Let's do our yellow crystals, and I have that one. I think that could be honey quartz. I'm not really sure. I don't even know where I got that, but really beautiful crystal. Looks like a little honey pearl or something. Or when you dry like the wax of a tree, it looks like that. So really love that one. Okay, so here we have it, my little citrine friend. And yeah, I think citrine is one of the easiest stones you can recognize. And I just remember that I have a citrine ring, and this is how a citrine looks like in a ring. When I first saw that, I was not really 100% sure, so you can always ask if the staff knows what they are selling, then they can help you. But yeah, that is also some citrine crystal that I have on my ring. I really love it. So yeah, that is definitely my last citrine piece I own. Alright, next we have this one right here. I don't know what it is. I don't know where I got it. I feel like, I don't know. Sometimes I just have crystals and I don't even know when I got them, where I got them, but that is one of these. Nevertheless, I really like it. It's more of these kind of earthy crystals, because I feel like when crystals are see-through, they remember me that we are also kind of multidimensional beings, and these stones remind me that right now we are living a human life. So maybe that what wanted to come through. And I don't know if you can see now that I look at that one, it looks like a dog, like a German Shepherd. Tell me if you can see that as well. And I don't know, an owl and a little puppy. Let me know what you see. So that is really fun. But yeah, that is that. Okay, next we have that one. Again, I don't know what it is or when I got it. But yeah, really, really beautiful crystal. And I will definitely find out what that is because that's beautiful. Okay, so next we have that beautiful rose, and you can use that on a necklace or something. So yeah, it's pretty big, so it's a little bit uncomfortable, and I want to do some macrame around it to use it in a more beautiful way, because if you just use a, I don't know, normal necklace, a silver or black or brown, it does not really show its beauty. So I want to embroider it into macrame and then have hopefully a beautiful necklace that I will wear more often because I love it. It reminds me to open your heart to the world. It's okay to open your heart and trust people, because that's something I have to work on. But yeah, that is what that beautiful crystal reminds me of. Okay, so next we have, and this goes more into like the orange red colors, but it just wanted to show up next. And I feel like this is one of these kind of stones, when you break them or crack them into two parts, they have this beautiful crystal clear quartz inside. I found that in my garden the other day and I was like, what is that? Because it has these two holes inside, and when you look into these holes when there is sunlight, it looks like there's crystal clear quartz inside, but I don't want to break it. Let me know in the comments if I should break it, because now I'm curious. But let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see what is inside, and then we can do that together, because I'm afraid I will break it. But that was really interesting to find, like in the garden, what are the chances, right? So this is that little friend. So next we have that one. Again, I don't know what it is, but it looks like a little painting, right? Like a sunset with trees and a forest. So I love how crystals draw their own paintings. So that's really beautiful. Yeah, but I don't know what it is, but I still love it. Okay, so we have these three friends, and they are carneol as well. As you can tell, I feel like this is also one of the stones. If they are looking like that, you can easily tell what it is. This is like a bigger version. But yeah, this is my little carneol collection. And again, I use them for creativity when I do like intuitive painting, to just really let my inner fire show up. And this is reminding me beautifully of that. Okay, so next we have these two, and it looks like the one that I showed you before, but I don't know what it is again. But this reminds me again of these stones that are really good for grounding, that remind you to earth yourself, to be in the present moment, to walk bare feet in the forests. So yeah, that is really, really beautiful. But again, I don't know what it is. That's so sad. But yeah, these are that. And then this is finally a stone that I can remember the name, I think. That is, I think it's called Dragon Blood or something like that. And it was in one of my Witch Casket subscription boxes. So really love that one. It is one of these stones that kind of say, I'm kind of really not showing up and I'm really invisible. Boom! Look at me, world. Right? They are so cute. I love shiny stones. So yeah, really, really love that one. Okay, and next up we have these three stones, and they are really meaningful to me because I found them at the beach. And that one, to me, it looked like a little bird skull, even though it's a stone, but I love the color combination. So that is really, really cute. And I don't know why I'm so drawn to that, but I don't know, I just think it's really one of the cutest things ever. So yeah, this is that. And then I have another one of these stones that are just really beautiful. I mean, look at the color combination. It's like a little paw, right here. A teeny tiny paw. We have some red and yellow, also some quartz in here. So that is really cute. And then the last one is that one that is really smooth, and it feels like it's pretty old, like the water washed over it a million times. So I really love that one, and it really stood out to me when I saw it in the ocean. Alright, and now we arrived at our last part of my etagere, and I would say let's start with that one. And that is kind of the stone that I told you before. This is also angel aura quartz. And I mean, if you saw it once, you can now never forget, right? Because they are just the most beautiful thing ever. It's like translucent but milky in a way, and really, really shiny. Again, you can use them for ancestor work, perfect for Samhain, but also like what I do mostly is to use them in kind of spirit guide work or connecting like to the angels. So yeah, that is angel aura quartz, my friends. And let me know in the comment section down below how many of you have angel aura quartz as their new favorite crystal right now, because I was so in love when I found out about that crystal. So yeah, really love that one. Alright, so next we have, and I think it's called Shiva Lingam or Shiva Lingam. This is a crystal from India, and I used that when I first started with like womb work and stuff, because that is a crystal that is actually really good to work with anything related to your womb work. But actually right now I'm not really working with it because I did a lot of womb work. So yeah, right now it's just hanging out with its other friends. Then we have this one. I don't know what it is again, but yeah, I have it with my other white crystals. Looks like a little bit like a snowflake or something like that. So yeah, this is that. Then we have a teeny tiny bit of selenite. Again, don't wash them in water because that is actually really bad for them. The same like you should never put amethyst in the window or something. I also did that in the beginning, but actually amethyst can turn gray if you do that. So yeah, just a few tips while cleansing the crystals. And then we have some crystal clear quartz. Not going into detail about these too much because they are beautiful, but I don't work a lot with crystal clear quartz, to be honest. But yeah, really love them. So they have their beloved home here as well. And this is what I was talking about. Like, this is a moonstone, and if you look closely, and I hope the camera can pick it up, it is shining in the light, a little bit like Labradorite. But yeah, again, really love moonstone. It helps me calm down. It's more of these like calming stones for me personally. But yeah, another moonstone in my collection. And then we have a crystal clear quartz, a little piece that I thought is really, really cute. So I display it on top as well. Then that one I think is crystal clear quartz as well. I'm not really sure, but it's more of these kind of milky saturated white stones. So also another beautiful attribution to my collection. So next we have that little friend right here, and to be honest, I don't know where I got it. I don't know when I got it. It just lives with me. So yeah, looks like a little house or like a little pyramid kind of thingy. Really cute. This is another one of the stones that I found at the beach, and it's really shiny and beautiful, and I was so happy when I found that in the sea. And I have the feeling that it is from the cave that I visited, that you saw in my video, in one of my videos, and I will link it in the description box or up here in the right corner of that screen. But yeah, I was really happy. It was so shiny when like it was wet and the sun was shining on top of it. So I was really amazed to find that. And that is our last piece from my etagere, and it is that piece of crystal. Again, that came in this kind of crystal box that I got for 38 euros a while back. I would say like 4 or 5 years or something, even longer. But yeah, really like that. I think it's really special. So yeah, it's living with me in my living room. Alright, so that is my etagere now that it is empty, and we have our little fairy friend that will help us redecorating it in a second. But that is my first tip if you have crystals and you don't know where to put all of them. And you can see like it's looking like that if they are not displayed. So there is a lot, and if you want to have a not cluttered kind of way to keep them, you can always use an etagere. And by that, sort them by colors, and it looks really beautiful. So, and we have the final product, my friends. So it looks a little bit different than before, but yeah, I just love it. It's sorted, it's not cluttered, and yeah, we all love it. So that is one of the ways that I love to keep my crystals. Alright, and this is another way how I love to store my crystals. I love to collect these glass containers, and you can find them at the flea market or in the thrift shops, I'm sure. And I love to put in some rose petals or like whatever I can find, some moss. This is a piece of bark that I found in the forest. I collected a bunch of them because I found so many of these. And yeah, you can just simply arrange like the glass container however you like. You can also put in some Himalayan salt or brown rice or something like that to cleanse the crystals and make a little crystal charging station. The advantage of that is that it's not getting dusty that early. Like that kind of etagere I have to clean once a week, because otherwise it gets really rusty and crusty and dusty. But yeah, this is another beautiful way on how you can store your crystals. And that is my last kind of idea for you guys. I love collecting them and then just putting in the crystals like that. And it looks so whimsical and magical. It's one of my favorite ways to store my crystals. But yeah, this is another tip on how I would kind of store my crystals. Thank you so much for watching Seekers of Magic. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!